All right, LSU welcomes Louisiana Tech to town. It's going to be a 6:30 p.m. kick tomorrow over on ESPN+. LSU is a 37.5-point favorite in this game. Last week, Louisiana Tech beat Southeastern 24-0. It was 3-0 at halftime, and Louisiana Tech pulls away there in the second half. Now, you know, Louisiana Tech's not the program that it's been in the past. Certainly they've had teams in the past that have been really competitive, gone to, some pretty decent bowl games, and they're trying to get back to that point. They're not there yet. And so LSU is going to have a lot of success in this game. But if I asked you, and Hunt, I hope you're listening here for the station survey. If I asked you this, Flynn, what do you want to see from LSU knowing that they are, a 5-touchdown-plus favorite in this game?
Yeah, you just really, when you go into a game like this, it's there's going to be some, we've kind of poo-pooed on like the juice, the energy, you kind of have to manufacture energy. But I guess what we really haven't given enough credit to is the first time being in Tiger Stadium this year. So there is going to be some juice just pulled straight from that. But outside of that, it's hard to get the emotions up. It's hard to get the intensity, the subconscious intensity that it is because you're coming off an emotional high. So a lot of that has to be manufactured. Like I said yesterday, like coaches talk, coaches speak, the coaches like the stereotypical things they say is kind of at a premium this week. Yep. But what I like about this team is these are kind of leadership games right here. Yeah. So your leaders, you can't accept anything but anybody's best. And I know it's going to be hard. It is going to be hard a lot, but this is the first time in Tiger Stadium. You're playing an in-state school.
First time you've been 1-0 in Tiger Stadium since Moby Dick was a minnow.
Let's get a little juice on that. Yes. But it's what I want to see from them is just plain execution. Yeah. It is going out there, executing your assignment, knowing what to do, being confident, and I want the game to look clean. I don't want pre-snap penalties. I don't want pre-snap misalignments. I don't want 12 men in the huddle. I don't want 12 men on the field. I don't want all the silly things that make a game just look sloppy and slow down a game. I want to play on time. I want to play on schedule. I want to be I don't want to have any holding calls on first down and be 1st and 20. I want to be on schedule as the offense. And I want to get my starters out of there midway through the third quarter. I want to be that type of game where it's like, okay, Garrett, great game. You went 24 of 28. Yeah. For 3 tuds and 240 yards, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be these crazy stats. I don't care about beating a team 60-0. No, it doesn't matter. That doesn't matter to me. The fluff stats, the fluff scores, it makes fans feel good and gives you the warm and fuzzies a little bit, but I just want execution. On the defensive side of the ball, yes, that is where it's hard to manufacture that energy and that intensity. But play gap sound, play your assignment correctly. Be part of that 111th, right? Whatever that is. Be that 111th, right? And go and execute your job. Do your job. Do the assignment you're supposed to. Don't try to do anything outside of the ordinary because you think you're better than a team or know you're better and you're trying to get an extra sack or get an extra tackle. Do your assignment. I just want to see clean. I want low MAs, missed assignments.
Right. So, I mean, I'm pretty similar to that. Like, I don't really care what the score is. Like, we'll give a score prediction on the website, louisianasports.net. Go check out all the work that they're doing. Great things for not only the LSU Tigers, but the New Orleans Saints. I'll probably say something 45-10. Like, that'll probably be something I throw out there, okay? I don't care about that, though. I want to see what the schematics are going to look like for the defense. Like, they were pressure last week. Yep. Now, is that who they're going to be? And I'm not saying about because of the quality of the opponent. I'm talking about just the style of the offense. Is that who they're going to be against that, like any offense? Or is that who they're going to be because they knew they could get Cade Klubnik flustered? Mm-hmm. Are they going to do that multiple weeks? Like, is that going to be every week? Is it going to be this week? This quarterback shows that he can get off his marker if we bring that much pressure. Now, they're going to be aggressive. they're going to bring pressure, but are they going to bring it 60-something% of the time like they did against Clemson? Like that's the most intriguing thing to me. Are they going to sit back?
Yep.
Are they going to kind of, figure it out a little bit?
Yep.
Are they going to say, hey, no, this is who we are, right? And we're going to do it to DJ Lagway in 2 weeks as well. Like, I want to see what the scheme of the defense looks like. Because if they bring pressure 60% of the time again in this Louisiana Tech game, that's who they are.
Yeah, I think foundationally, Blake Baker and that defense wants to be aggressive. And I learned that from Blake Baker in spring flag football, coaching 7 to 10. That son of a gun was bringing pressure all over the place. That's just who he is, who he wants to be. So we saw it. But I do think that he's he understands the game so well and understands defenses so well and knows how to game plan so well that it will change a little bit game by game. But I think at the core of everything, he wants to create chaos. He wants to bring pressure. He wants to make them have to make the exceptional play and play a little bit faster than they want to play. You make the offense a little bit uncomfortable, then you have a chance to do some really special things. And we did last week. Now, I also believe that he's going to watch the quarterbacks and see how they process information. You might blitz one guy a lot more than you blitz another guy, or bring different types of pressures against them because one quarterback might be really bad at deciphering pressures from his blind side. One person might be a little bit worse because one guy might be a right-hander you might pressure from the right side a little bit more because the 98% of his scrambles, he wants to go scramble to the right instead of, flipping his hips and rotating and scrambling to the left. He's uncomfortable doing that. Like, there's all sorts of things that go into it. I believe they pressured and brought so much chaos, even though they did leave some open people. They were exposed a little bit, but that's part of being blitzed and pressure. I believe that they watched the film from last year with Cade Klubnik, and they saw a weakness of his, which is deciphering different types of defense, reading the inside middle portion of the field, and he has a weakness of having to get past his first and second read and staying on a platform and having a good base at quarterback and reading and playing that type of offense. I believe that had a lot to do with it. And I also believe you go back and watch the 11 on 11. Harold Perkins, famously playing the star position, is out there, and he has past responsibilities. He's got to either curl flat or monument or he's got these responsibilities.
Don't about monument.
Okay,
all willy-nilly when we can't show the people what you're talking about.
He has past responsibilities in a zone coverage. Okay? You could tell that he was given the green light by his coaches to abort that pass responsibility and attack the quarterback multiple times. Now, he created a lot of pressure when it was supposed to be, when it was actually pressures and he's either spying or a late add to a blitz or a pressure. But he did it a lot when he was supposed to be in the curl flat. And you could tell that he was given that green light. All right, as soon as he goes, I don't care I don't care who's there. And I feel like that comes a lot because Cade struggles reading defenses. So. And he did.
And they also probably didn't want to get Cade Klubnik on the edge because you're turning your back because you're trying to get to your coverage responsibility, and all of a sudden you look up and he hits you for a 27-yard gain.
Certainly. You didn't want to be
with his legs.
With his legs. He can beat you with his arm if he can find it and decipher it. But now, with that being said, there was opportunities for Cade to make plays when that happened, certainly.
It's part of the game plan to be so chaotic that you get them off their game plan.
But you make him play fast. You bring chaos to him, and they just believe that he couldn't keep up with it. So, and it was right, and they crushed it.
Yeah, and there's some quarterbacks at LSU might play that have, a different football IQ. It's not to say that Cade's got a bad one, but, that was something that showed up in film that if you kind of made it chaotic like that for him, he didn't get to his second and third read. Like, he'd get to the first one, then he'd try to make a play, and a lot of times he was so athletic he could make the play. But he
just hasn't really had to.
Right. There's some that you're going to play. There's some that you're going to play that are going to be different. I mean, you got, Diego Pavia, you got John Mateer, you got DJ Lagway, you got Lenore Sellers, all still coming up on this schedule for LSU.
And I would probably look for Cade Klubnik, I'm going to probably be taking the next couple of weeks the over on all his stats, on his pass yard stats, on his rushing stats, because I believe that other teams are going to see what LSU did, and they're going to try to do it.
Yeah.
And they just won't be able to.
They should have the Jimmys and Joes who do it.
So what they're going to do is, like, if that's not part of your DNA of doing all those chaotic blitzes and bringing it from both directions, different people, different levels of the field, but you watch something on film, you're like, oh, we can install that this week.
Yeah.
But if you don't, and it's not part of your foundation, like, you leave so many things wide open. Yeah. If your safeties don't know how to fill in the gaps where your linebackers leave, if they're just not real comfortable with that, it's kind of like offensive line passing off pass protection. Like, you have to, like, when you're blitzing and an aggressive, it's like Ryan Clark would make up for Troy Polamalu, right? Like, they just knew, like, he created chaos, but you had to have some guy that made up for that chaotic behavior.
Yeah.
So I would look for all the overs on the prop stat line for Cade Klubnik, passing yards, rushing yards, touchdowns there, because I think he's probably going to go off because people are just going to leave people wide open.
Yeah. And teams are going to try to replicate what LSU did, but
good luck.
Like, you don't have the personnel that LSU had. Like, you don't have Harold Perkins, who on the fourth down, he's on the left side of your screen. You blink, and he's in the quarterback's face on the right hash. Like,
he just shot out of a cannon, man.
Or wasn't even really a hash. It's kind of the numbers.
What a dog.
Yeah, you like that. Good luck. Good luck trying to replicate that. And you can do that if, like Matt said, if you have players that understand, hey, it's not going to be me. It's not going to be me that makes the play. I'm not going to get my jersey number called over the PA, but I'm going to make up for our playmaker that's going to do the wild and crazy things, the organized, chaotic things that he's going to go do. And it felt like LSU did a really nice job of doing that in the game last week against Clemson. So, look, we'll kind of give you some of the final stats for Louisiana Tech and kind of break down one more time, like, what they are, what they're all about, as we get you ready for kickoff LSU and Louisiana Tech tomorrow night inside of the Real Death Valley.